first podcast hosting platform that properly helps with distribution is going to win. And then Justin has a great thread here. Podcasts already have distribution, RSS, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. What they don't have, easy discoverability, easy amplification, quick consumption. Podcasts grow differently than blog and video audiences. You can easily link to a podcast, but unlike video and web articles, they won't be consumed immediately. On the web, a steady stream of links to your article, video generally increase your audience, but that technique doesn't help podcasts as much. This is so true, and it's weird because as somebody that does podcasts and feels this pain point of I want to make it easier to get subscribers, like give me more subscribers. But as somebody who also listens to podcasts, so for example, the one side of my brain is like, why don't we recreate some of the features on YouTube that drive distribution, example, recommended videos and things like that? Why don't we just copy and paste those to podcasts, right? Then part of me is thinking to myself, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. But then I put on my podcast listener hat and I'm like, I don't really like those promos very much, those cross promos. They always kind of annoy me. I'm at the end of a thing and all of a sudden I'm hearing something from another podcast and I'm like, I see what's happening. I'm getting growth hacked right now. So as a listener, I'm like, I don't know if I really like that. There's something very intimate about podcasts where when you subscribe, and it's funny because I was subscribed to Justin's Product People podcast for quite a while, several years. There's this intimate relationship that is created between you and the listener and the host. It's hard to find new podcasts. You don't do it so frequently. And when you do subscribe to something, you kind of end up sticking with it. And it becomes almost like the background music to your life. You get used to their voice and you listen to it in the background through a lot of your life. There's this very intimate relationship. And one of the things that Justin says here, maybe this is a good thing. There's no first principle that says that audio should have worse discovery than video, unless maybe there is some first principle about the nature of audio that I'm not thinking about. We're starting to experience this with YouTube where you can search for something, Google surfaces up a text answer from a YouTube thing, it transcribes the text, it deep links you to a specific piece of content, which is cool, but I'm not really subscribing at that point. So it may or may not solve it.